Drishyam opens in the picturesque village of Raniyad, Kerala, where we meet George Kuti, a humble and hardworking cable TV operator. He lives a simple life with his wife, Rani, and their two daughters, Anju and Anu. George Kuti, a self-taught man, has a passion for films that provides him with an escape from his otherwise mundane existence. His love for cinema plays a significant role in the events that unfold throughout the film. The family is close-knit and enjoys their peaceful life, filled with simple joys. However, this tranquility is soon shattered when Anju, the elder daughter, becomes a target of bullying from Varun, the son of Inspector General Gatha Prabhakar. Varun, a wealthy and spoiled teenager, takes a keen interest in Anju, but his intentions are anything but pure. He begins to bully her relentlessly and ultimately crosses the line by recording an inappropriate video of her. This act of betrayal leaves Anju feeling violated and terrified, leading her to confide in her parents about the torment she has been experiencing. George Kuti, who is initially unaware of the severity of the situation, is deeply concerned when he learns the truth. He is a protective father who loves his daughters fiercely and is determined to shield them from harm. In a fateful turn of events, Varun shows up at George Kuti's home one evening. He threatens Anju and attempts to manipulate her into submission. In a moment of panic and desperation, Anju confronts Varun, and during the struggle, she accidentally kills him. The shocking reality of what has just happened hits Anju hard, and she is overwhelmed with fear and guilt. When George Kuti arrives home, he is met with the distressing news. Rani and Anju are both in shock, and George Kuti quickly assesses the situation. Realizing the gravity of the circumstances, George Kuti takes control. He knows that the police, especially Geetha, will not take kindly to a murder, especially one involving her son. Instead of panicking, he remains calm and composed, focused on protecting his family. George Kuti understands that he must act swiftly and intelligently to prevent the truth from coming to light. George Kuti leads his family through a meticulous plan to conceal the crime, and they work together to ensure that there are no traces left behind. To create an alibi, George Kuti suggests they take a trip to a nearby town, ensuring they have witnesses to confirm their whereabouts. The family embarks on a seemingly ordinary day out, visiting a local hotel, watching a movie, and having dinner together, all while keeping the horrific truth hidden. As the police investigation begins, the tension in the village escalates. Geetha, devastated by her son's disappearance, leads the charge to uncover the truth. She and her team start questioning the locals, determined to find any leads that could explain Varun's sudden absence. George Kuti, ever the strategist, remains composed in the face of increasing scrutiny. He interacts with the police as if everything is normal, skillfully navigating their questions and maintaining the facade. Despite George Kuti's efforts, the investigation takes a toll on his family. Anju, in particular, struggles with the weight of her actions, battling guilt and fear of being discovered. She begins to distance herself from her family, and George Kuti realizes the emotional strain the incident has placed on his daughters. Rani, too, is affected, torn between her loyalty to her husband and the moral implications of their actions. Yet, George Kuti remains resolute, emphasizing the importance of sticking to their story and protecting one another. As time passes, the police seem to be running out of leads. Geetha grows increasingly frustrated as the investigation stalls. The lack of evidence regarding Varun's disappearance makes it difficult for her to pursue any suspects. Meanwhile, George Kuti's family grapples with the psychological ramifications of their choices. The tension builds as Geetha's relentless pursuit of justice clashes with George Kuti's clever strategies to stay one step ahead of the law. The film brilliantly portrays the psychological battles that unfold within the characters. George Kuti's deep love for his family is evident as he fights to keep them safe. He uses his knowledge of films to create elaborate alibis, staying several steps ahead of the investigation. However, the emotional weight of their actions begins to take its toll. The stress of maintaining their lies and the fear of being discovered weigh heavily on each family member. As the investigation continues, the police receive a tip that leads them to search George Kuti's backyard. The scene is tense as the police dig into the ground, hoping to find evidence that could crack the case wide open. George Kuti, watching with bated breath, appears calm on the surface. When they dig up the spot, however, they find nothing. The police are left puzzled, and this unexpected twist adds another layer of complexity to the investigation. George Kuti's meticulous planning and quick thinking seem to have worked, at least for the moment. The film masterfully weaves a tale of suspense and moral dilemmas, forcing viewers to question the choices made by each character. George Coodie's intelligence and resourcefulness shine through as he navigates the increasingly complicated web of lies. He faces numerous challenges, including threats from the police and the pressure of his family's emotional turmoil. Yet he remains steadfast, showcasing the lengths a father will go to protect his children. As the investigation reaches a deadlock, the family tries to regain a sense of normalcy. They continue to live in their home, but the atmosphere is heavy with unspoken words and unresolved feelings. The emotional scars run deep, and George Coodie works tirelessly to support his family. He encourages them to focus on their future and not dwell on the past. However, the specter of their actions looms large, casting a shadow over their lives. While the police struggle to find leads, Gaitha becomes more determined than ever to uncover the truth. She believes that justice must be served for her son, and her fierce dedication drives the narrative forward. As the investigation unfolds, viewers witness the emotional toll on both families, the grieving mother and the protective father. In the end, Drishyam leaves viewers with a thought-provoking exploration of morality, justice, and the bonds of family. George Coodie's journey emphasizes the complexities of right and wrong, and the film captures the essence of desperation that can lead ordinary people to make extraordinary choices. The heart-wrenching dilemmas faced by the characters resonate deeply, prompting reflections on the lengths to which we would go to protect our loved ones. The narrative artfully captures the essence of human emotions and the struggles that arise in extreme situations. With its rich storytelling and compelling character development, Drishyam remains a poignant examination of familial bonds and the consequences of our actions.